Hi everyone, Abdurrahman Ade is my name. This is my YouTube channel. Basically, nice to be back here again. This YouTube channel is not new to most of us, as you have been a very good partner on this channel. I commend you for that. I appreciate your support so far. So this channel is meant for financial management on how we can manage our finances effectively as a financial management, strategic financial management as a course for undergraduate, for entrepreneur, for postgraduate students, and any other person that is interested in managing their finances effectively. So we've done a lot of videos on financial management, ranging from cost of capital to investment appraisal techniques to capital rationing, dividend policies, business valuation, working capital management, advice of finance, and any other topic that you may think of when talking about financial management. So basically, when you look at the topic financial management, uh, or we call it strategic financial management, basically we have three major words there, three major keywords there: finance, strategic, financial management. When you say strategic in an organization, we have different cadres in an organization. We have the lower cadre, the middle cadre, and the upper cadre. So the upper cadre constitutes people in the management role who are performing the management role. We have the people at the middle cadre. These are the managers of different departments, coordinating the activities of their workers there. And at the lower cadre, we have people at the operational level who do the basic operations in the company. So by that, therefore, those that are charged with strategic decision of the company are those at the aim of affair because they give decision, they make decision that is going to affect the company as a whole, both in the short run, both in the short run and the long run. So they tends to do what to formulate policy for the company, for the organization. It tends to drive the organization in achieving the stated objective of the organization. So it is the long run strategic decision being taken by the people at the strategic aim of affair. So therefore, for it to achieve the stated objective, these people at the aim of affair need to be very strategic in nature. Because they are taking critical decision for the company that's going to affect the company in achieving the stated objective in the long run. So while other people at the lower cadre, they are what to they support, they implement the decision taken by the people at the end of affair. And then therefore we can see that the onus is on what is on the management cadre because any shortfall in the decision taken by them is going to affect the company and may in the long run cripple the company because this is what is going to shape the company. This is what people will center around to do what to ensure that they achieve in order to make the company the grow. So therefore, it's involved that is where the strategic is not coming in. It's involved people with high level of discipline, people with what with a great knowledge in this field. So basically, for somebody to be at this particular position, you need to be you need to be equipped with the information you need in order to drive the company to achieve its stated objective. That's basically what we are talking about on this channel to keep ourselves with basic information, basic knowledge that we need to do to drive the company. Basically, we are looking at for students who are uh, undergraduate students or any other student, BA student that tends to do what to pass professional exams and professional students who tends to do what to pass, excel, and have these skills, has this knowledge. That is basically what we do on this particular channel. By that, therefore, we have talked about so many things. And besides, we will now be looking at company, how did the company operate? How do they value their investment? How do they appraise their investments? So, what are we talking about when you're talking about appraisal? So, how do we know the cost of capital to use? Because when we say capital, capital are not just there. Capital are the money in which the company used to do what to run. So, and capital can tends what to be what to in the short term, the medium term, or the long term. So, when we're talking about the long term source of finance, some long term capital, these are what the categories of what equity, equity finance, debt finance falls in. So, and the providers of this capital did not just leave their money there just to be run, just to be in a company through the purchase of shares or any other securities or debenture, as the case may be. They are expecting a certain return from these investments in which they have done. The company will come out with public placement of shares, debenture, and co and other securities, where people we tend to do what to subscribe to buy a stake in these particular companies. So the money in which they invested, in which they do what to buy these shares or other securities in the company, is not for free. They are expecting a certain return from those investments they have made in the company. So by that, therefore, how do the company calculate the rate of the return to these particular people who have invested in the company? So, and besides, company is there to do what? To invest this money in which they have collected from what? From where? From these investors. To invest it in what will now bring about certain return, and from this return that will now give back to what to the investors, and also for what for business expansion, and also for what for the operations of the company, day-to-day activities of the company. So therefore, how do we now link all this together to now know whether how to do what to at the end of the day in order to do what to give back to the stakeholders of the company. Who are the stakeholders of the company? The ordinary shareholders, the equity holders, in terms of the ordinary shareholders and preference shareholders, and also what the debenture holders. These are what these are the the financiers of the company. So other stakeholders are the employee, the government, the community in which you are operating in. So these people are tends to and the management of the organization, and these people are tends to do what are expecting certain return from the company. How do you now link all this together? How do you now know how to invest in what to in projects that will now give you return that we tends to do what to spread across these stakeholders of the company? So basically, we'll be examining each of these factors. Just like I've said, the providers of this capital, they are expecting certain return. So therefore, the return is what is a cost to the company. Why is a return to what to the providers of this capital? Definitely, you provide your capital for the business to run. Definitely, you are expecting certain return from that what from your investments. So how do you calculate how do you know how much you are going to give back to these investors? These are what you have been talking about. How do you invest? At what rate should you invest? What should you be expecting from this such investment in order to do what to cater for what for all these costs that will be involved in actualizing this. So these are more of what we'll be talking about on this channel. Different videos have been made in this particular in this regard, ranging from cost of capital, ranging from what source of finance, operating this capital that we are talking about, ranging towards dividend policy, capital gearing ratio, working capital management, business valuation, international finance, and so on and so forth. Practical questions are being solved on this channel for you to do what to be to get abreast of what we are talking about when we say when we talk about investment decision. So therefore, these are more of what you'll be getting by subscribing to this channel. If you have not subscribed to this channel, You just have to click on the subscribe button, subscribe to this channel, where we'll be coming up live frequently. And besides, you can also access the videos that you have done in the past for you to do or to get to interact with us on this channel. And besides, for you to do what clear your doubts or ask any question that you tend to know that you need in order for you to uh, be on the same page and clear any doubt that you might have with respect to investment decision or any other issue that you are having on what capital investment. So therefore, at this point, we tend to do it to call it a day. Basically, because it does an introduction and a testing run to see how effective this thing is working. So subsequently, we'll be announcing the next event. So we are going to do a link up and share your ideas. So thanks for now, and God bless. I wish you all to have another session.